Grab the KY, get yourself ready. You got some sliding to do. Hanging out with TL and the boys, maybe some critters too. So get your phone and get on the gram. You know where to find the man. Slide into the DMs. Girl, what's on your mind? Slide into the DMs. Well, baby, take your time. Slide, slide, slip it on in. Here we go again. DM Monday.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my podcast, DM Monday. I'm Trey Lewis. We've been talking about doing this podcast for a while. This is my co-host, Matt Burrill and Trey Bonner. And for those of you that don't know, Matt Burrill is probably one of the biggest personalities of podcast that I know in Nashville. He's also my tour manager.
I thought you were going to say something completely else. I was bracing myself for something else.
No, I'm not going to start hating on you just yet.
Not yet.
Episode 2.
And
Episode 2, fuck Matt Burrill.
Trey Bonner is a content creator. He's my content creator for me. He's been with me since I was playing at barbecue restaurants. He DM'd me when I opened for Riley Green one time and asked me if he could come out and take photos, and told him I didn't need anybody. But anyways, long story short, I played at Moe's the next weekend for Cinco de Mayo. I said, hey, man, you want to come out and do this video? And basically we've been working together ever since, and we've grown together. But we've been out on tour for the last, I guess, year and a half. For those you don't know, I sing that song, Dick Down in Dallas. A lot of and that's the reason that we want to have this podcast, is that a lot of people know a song but they don't know who I am, and this is something that we've talked about doing for a long time, is having a podcast and just talking about all the things that we do out on the road, things that we have coming up, what we plan to do, just to show our personalities and to have people on here that I would like to have conversations with, and I don't know.
Hey, why don't you two talk about, because again, there's like the name DM Monday. People are like, what the fuck does that mean? You two can talk about the origins of that, especially Bonner, because you're one of the guys that cycles through a lot of Trey's DMs.
How did we even come up with the idea of reading the DMs?
Honestly, I was going through them like right after the song, like before the song came out, and they were just, hundreds and hundreds of them. Like, I just couldn't keep up. I never got it to like the 99, like less than 99. And people were just saying like the most off the wall shit.
Oh, that was the thing, is like, as soon as the song came out, and I'm still like the type of person that, like, if somebody sends me a DM and it's not something like crazy, like asking them to give them $1 million or like give them the password to my Instagram, like, I'm going to respond, Like, I don't ever want to be that guy that's too famous or like too good to respond. And sometimes Bonner responds, or sometimes people on the team, but
Trey still responds. Somebody named Trey still responds.
Yeah, exactly.
From Birmingham.
Tall Trey, small Trey.
But I think when we first started playing those shows, we would travel. Turn that off. We would travel, like back home on Sundays, and I'd be like, Bonner, let's get on these DMs and start responding. And with the funny nature of Dick Down in Dallas, like, we got some pretty crazy DMs.
What are some of the highlights for you?
I think the shit on my chest at the Crawfish
Megan
Festival.
Wilson. We'll say her name.
She's a legend. She's the best.
She's
a legend.
The best. She kind of quit messaging us there for a while.
She hit us back like 2 months ago. I was like, I'm back.
She was like, I took a little break, but I'm back. So, and not every DM's ridiculous, but it just seems like people respond to that kind of content of like the ridiculous DMs. Like there's, like when we put out the song Little Tired, that was about, anxiety and depression and my sobriety, like, we got some positive DMs as well, which is really cool. But yeah, man, it's just, it's funny how, all that stuff, those DMs are just hilarious.
Yeah, and then the reading of them.
Yeah, the reading them. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the segment of how you guys were doing that on Instagram.
Yeah, we're doing it every Monday, and people love that. People are looking forward to Mondays and what.
Yeah, and then we just started I think we made a few up, And,
Yeah, it was
and
getting
those
a
were
little out of
funny.
hand.
But then I was just like, man, we can't do this every Monday. Let's just start a podcast. You know,
sure.
call it
How
DM
many
Monday.
people do you get asking if you're single or not? Like, how many critters, girls are sliding into the DMs?
I got a few. All right, so we put out the new song "Single Again," which, by the way, went #1 all genre and on the country charts.
Let's go.
Which makes me not just a one-hit wonder anymore.
2-hit wonder.
Yeah. I mean, I've also had a lot of hate DMs too.
Yeah, some are pretty brutal.
Your
Really?
music sucks,
Over single again?
Just
Or just in
period.
general?
Just
There was-
I mean, people on the internet are mean.
Yeah, there
you
was
know?
one that said you should work at Office Max. I was
Yeah.
like, man, Staples is cool too. Like,
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
fuck?
well,
Exactly. But I don't know. I think that I try not to like hold on to those comments of like people being mean or whatever. But like when people say shit like you're a one-hit wonder and then you go get another hit, it's like fuck you.
Oh, it's a cool
You know?
feeling. I know.
So-
Hoscat enjoyed that.
Oh yeah. There was like
Pretty
this.
cool story.
There's like a message board for musicians that play on Broadway, and the guy said this Dick Down in Dallas character has made himself a hell of a one-hit wonder career, and Mitch like put that on his Instagram story, and then on the next story it was my single again at the #1 spot. So.
Yeah, which is cool. But what's it been like for you, your social media stuff transitioning from, because you've been doing music a long fucking time, to see it go from when it was like 2,000 or 3,000 followers to now where it's this and TikTok and all this different stuff, like just getting a shit ton of DMs.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Does it get annoying?
Yeah, it does get annoying. And I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like the more that I continue to do this, it's like easier for me to see if people are genuine or not. You know what I mean? Like, I know Bonner wants to get a girlfriend this year.
Yes, that's a goal.
He sent me he's single, ladies. He sent me a message the other day and said, "Do you think I'll get a girlfriend this year?"
It was like 2 a.m.
But like,
at
dude,
least.
dating in Nashville blows, right?
Bro,
It's horrible.
I mean, it's nice because there are a lot of attractive.
Fuck you, Burrill.
No, no.
It's great for you.
Well, it's great because there are. It's a place. If you're a guy or a girl, if you're a guy and the guys, girl and the girls, whatever. There's a lot of attractive people. There's a lot of people that have a lot of energy. People, the nightlife scene's great. There is that, but the problem is that there's so much of that. It's hard
this
to
is
keep
what this is
commitment.
my take. This is the dating scene in Nashville. Every girl in Nashville, except for critters, seem like they want to have a boyfriend, But every dude just wants to fuck. You know
I
what
think
mean?
there's a lot of girls out there that just want to.
I think there's a good mix. It's probably 50-50.
There's a mix, but like for the most part, like those girls that like want to like settle down, you know what I mean? They're going out every night too, so it's like
For sure.
Yeah, and there's a different there's like the main occupations. Obviously, you have people that work in music. You have people that work at the colleges. You have a lot of nurses,
Yeah.
a lot of teachers, and then you have the folks that work on
You
Broadway,
just
which is a whole
literally
other animal.
You literally just explained every critter that you've
Occupation.
ever been with.
Every
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that's really here, bro. Unless they're unicorns. Like, why else you move to Nashville besides a job in healthcare,
Yeah.
music,
No, I agree.
or hospitality?
I agree.
And I've dated all of them, and they've all led me to miserable heartbreaks.
Oh, brutal.
So, what are you looking for in a girlfriend, Bonner?
Yeah.
Like, what's your ideal situation?
I don't know. I mean, this year I was
Any
like,
girl that finds you attractive.
well, that's also a plus,
Willingness
but-
is a-
I remember.
Willingness
I'll
is a
never
big
forget
thing.
one time we were on the road and Terry came up to me and said, "Hey Trey, this girl over here wants to bang you." I said, "Sounds pretty hot."
That's funny. I don't know. I recently got into disc golf last year, so I like want to do something active. I want to, do something that's like separate from music. Separate from like the Midtown scene that we always
Somebody
go to
that'll
every
play
night.
with your hair when it's perfect, right?
Yeah, like
Hair
you.
does look fucking good, bro.
I had to blow dry it in the bathroom.
Did you get it
before we got
cut
here.
today just for the pod?
No, I got a cut last week or the week
Oh,
before.
nice.
But haircuts don't last but like 10 days, and then you need it cut again.
What are like your red flags when it
Red
comes to
flags?
real Nashville?
I don't have any. That's the
You've
problem.
gotta have some red flags because you are somewhat selective.
Yeah, I don't know. I at least give everybody a chance at least once.
What's been your worst dating experience?
Dude, I
last
went on
year?
this one date that a mutual friend had set up from like her girls group, and like we're gonna go eat at Nuke's and then go to like a writers round, but it was like peak COVID, so like everything was closed. Nuke's was closed, like because it was like past 2 p.m. And we got to Live Oak, or not Live Oak, we got to local, and she was like, "I've never been to a bar in Nashville that has live music." I was like, what the fuck? You've been here how long? She's like, almost 4 years. And like, she lasted like 20 minutes. She's like, yeah, I'm going to go home and go to bed. It was like 7 o'clock. I was like, okay, see you later.
How many times have you been on Broadway?
Probably less than 10 at least.
Wow.
I don't know. Probably like 20 because we've gone to a bunch of Predators games this year. We've been to at
That
least
to me is
3.
not Broadway, though.
That's
To me,
not,
Broadway
yeah.
starts
Yeah,
at
Broadway,
Zippy's.
He walked through Broadway.
Like,
you know what I mean?
7 times. I don't know.
Walked from the parking garage
less
to
than
the
10
arena.
times. I can't afford like a $10 beer or like a.
Well, Burrill used to work down there.
Dude, yeah, I could write a book on that shit.
Yeah.
I got anxiety thinking about Broadway.
I mean,
I'm
Burrill
literally
was critter
shaking.
crawling before critter crawling was even a known thing.
Yeah.
And we need to talk about these people have no idea what
critters?
critters are.
I mean, how would you explain
think
it?
you can-
Well, what's the origin of Critters?
The story is we played in, where were we?
Tifton, Georgia.
Was it Tifton?
It was Tifton.
So we walk into the hotel at Tifton and we're like in the elevator with these two girls and we're like, what are y'all doing tonight? Because like I said, like a lot of people know my song, but they don't know. Like I think they kind of thought it was me, but they like weren't sure, you know. And I was like, what are y'all doing tonight? I think they said they were going to a concert. I was like, yeah, we're playing a concert tonight. You know, just like, I wasn't like, hey, I'm Trey Lewis. I'm the guy.
You know the song Dick Down and Dallas? That's me.
Yeah, it's me. I'm the guy that sings it, you know. But anyways, I think they ended up riding to the venue with us because they were staying at our hotel.
I was already at the merch booth. I missed this part.
Yeah, we offered them a ride. Ain't that right? I'm looking at Matt.
Sweet boy.
Mcilwain?
Sweet boy, yeah.
Also single.
Also, he's my drummer. And what are you, the, I guess the producer of the podcast? Yeah.
Set manager, stage manager.
Yeah, we'll get him on here one day, but we got to get him on here when he's hammered. so his
be hard.
mama sees it.
But yeah, so they rode in the van from the hotel to the venue.
Yeah, they rode with us, and then they rode back, and I think, I don't know, it was a long night, I think you had a thing going on with one of the girls, and Mcilwain did, but the other girl was just like absolutely hammered, like being the worst wingman ever, like about to throw up, you know. And I don't know, I think she threw up by the elevator
In the lobby, yes.
In the lobby.
I was there for that.
And then Alex made this comment that just like stuck forever. Alex is my manager, and he goes, "Thank God that critter didn't throw up in our van."
Oh no!
And it has stuck
And
forever.
then from there on out, we've called when you're hooking up with a girl that she's a critter. So
Critter crawling.
critter crawling.
Yeah,
you know?
so that's where the name.
It's chasing. It's another way of saying chase and tell. It's just
Yeah, in a very respectful way too. Like
Yeah.
not all there's
Yeah.
there's differences. Not all ladies are critters,
critters, yeah.
per se. But that's where the name originated. And
yeah. I mean,
ever since.
we haven't got that much hate for Dick Down in Dallas. So I think at this point, if we refer to a woman as a critter, we're all right.
What was
You know,
funny?
we
though,
know our audience.
Hey, remember
here.
the one place that did hate on Dick Down in Dallas? Remember that?
Live Oak?
No, the L.A. Times.
Oh,
They put up the worst songs of 2020.
Oh, whatever, man.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like fuck that. Like that actually is like kind of like fuck the LA Times. That's so
Yeah.
opposite. Like
Yeah.
who you are, who we are. Like
Yeah.
that'd be the
Whatever.
one. That's the one thing. That's
any
nothing.
publicity is good publicity.
Honestly,
I mean, I don't
yeah.
think that's true, but
Honestly.
that's what they said in the NWA movie.
Yeah, Easy-E, the master
Eazy-E.
producer.
That's a great movie, by the way.
It was. I enjoyed that. I've actually had to see that a couple times because I 420'd my way through the first time seeing it. Fell
Yeah.
asleep. Had to go back with my friends see it a second
Yeah.
time.
Are y'all watching anything right now?
What?
Are y'all watching anything right now?
No, not really.
Because I knew you were big into Yellowstone, right?
Yeah, I powered right through all
It's
4
all-
seasons. Just
Dude,
bam.
I still
Touring-
haven't seen it.
Touring makes it so like you can binge through shows so quickly, especially
Yeah,
when
dude.
we're on the
and
bandwagon.
Another thing too, it's just like we're all so busy now. It's just like I don't have the energy or like time to put anything else in my brain. You know?
I just like turn shit on when I'm
Yeah.
doing something else.
But I did start watching King of the Hill.
Oh, dude,
Because you
that-
told me it was on Hulu.
Yeah, dude.
I fall asleep to it
Damn
every
it,
night.
Me
Bobby.
too. Fucking Boomhauer.
Yep.
That's Brian
Watched
Fraser.
the first episode
That is
all the way
Brian
through
Fraser.
last night. The ants.
Brian Fraser is Boomhauer reincarnated.
Who's the
Yeah.
guy with the hat and the glasses? Not Boomhauer.
The Mack truck hat?
Yeah, that's always smoking the cigarette. What's his name? there's the one character that sends one of the main guys. He has the hat and the glasses. Because me and Sweet Boy were watching one episode.
The one's like Dale.
Dale. It was the election episode, and he was like talking. Everything he was saying was something we could picture Terry saying.
Yeah,
like and Terry, Big Dick Terry, our Trey's guitar player. But he was saying like how like elections don't matter, and he got Hank to drive down to Mexico with him so that they didn't vote. Like they just leaves the country on election day.
It's a great show to mindlessly kill some time.
Yeah,
it's up there with South Park and Philly. South Park to me is the ultimate show to watch on the road because it's always on after like 8 p.m.
Yeah, they're super relevant too, which I like.
Yeah,
for what's going on in the world.
In other news, we're going on tour with Kid fucking Rock, baby.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's going to be bad.
What was that call like? Like, walk people through what that process of finding out about that
okay,
was.
so, like, we were really starting to, like, I was starting to kind of freak out. I was like, shit, we don't have any gigs on the books for 2020. Because, so, like, you got to understand, like, for the last 7 years, I've played covers for a living. 4 nights a week, 4 hours straight. So, like, holidays and shit really didn't matter. You might be down a day or two, but like after that, it's like it's back to work, And but in original music world, it's like things kind of die down. Things Nashville shuts down in December, and things kind of slow down. So it's like, and some people for the first part of the year aren't really touring. So I was like freaking out. Like I was like, calling Mcilwain and the boys up and being like, man, like if we have to, dude, we'll go play covers. I don't care, like I'm down to do whatever. And for my mental health last year, I started seeing a therapist, and I guess it was, I don't know, it was a while back. I mean, I was leaving my therapy appointment, and I just talked to my therapist about like I'm kind of freaking out, like I have this whole team, I have these. Everybody that works for me, like I need shows on the books, and I mean, I'm walking down the steps and I get the text, and Alex sends me a text and says, it's like a screenshot of the email from like, I guess Kid Rock's management. He's like, I guess this will get you to call me back. I was like, holy crap. And I called him, and then, you're like, in limbo for like we were in limbo for a few weeks, and I'm just like, yeah, this ain't gonna happen, it's just like, and then it happens, and I don't know, man, it's crazy, man. I mean, with a song like Dick Down in Dallas, it was hard to find a major artist to go on tour with, because the suits don't want to be involved with Dick's butt fucks, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Sony Music Publishing, they signed me to a publishing deal, so like they believe in me, and people are starting to believe in me. So, but I mean, that was the word, is that so I was worried that we weren't ever going to be able to go on tour with like a major artist, but like, who better than to go on tour with Kid Rock?
What was the first Kid Rock song you ever heard? Like, because you're a little bit older than me and Bonner are, so you remember more. As soon as I found out we were going on tour with Kid Rock, I went and listened to some of his music, because I was like, I haven't listened to him in a while, and I was so surprised at like how many songs I know word for word.
That whole Cocky album is just a masterpiece, front to back.
I like that, but Devil Without a Cause is the best.
Yes.
What is it? The white dude, black girl, white guy song. Yeah,
he's got a lot of
that song's awesome. But the first song I ever heard was on my hometown radio station, 103.7 The Q. Ball with the ball, to bang, diggy, diggy.
It's crazy watching like videos of like his show from like Woodstock '99.
If you go listen to that song, dude, like. That song is pretty hard. That song would never get played on radio today.
Yeah, it was part of that era.
Radio's gone so soft,
Yeah, it's just different. I mean, you have certain like rock stations or whatever that still kind of get down with.
Yeah, and I mean, you used to work in that world, so But no, I mean, but that album's great. Like, if me and Kid Rock do one of his songs together, like I would want to do "Wasting Time." I've been sitting here.
Yeah, it's got a cool groove to it.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Drinking. Yeah, we listened to it like 5 times.
Dude, we listened to a lot of Kid Rock discography coming back.
Yeah, so man, I'm pumped for it, dude. Like, that's gonna be a great time.
Amphitheaters, arenas, and big festivals.
Yeah, crazy.
Like a bunch of dates were announced, and there's still more to get announced, which is freaking awesome.
it's gonna be wild, and then we're gonna do some stuff in between. You know.
Oh, we got plenty of stuff in between.
You know, the guys are gonna come up, and it's gonna be a good time. You know, and that's what it's like 37 dates total.
Yeah, something around that 40 ballpark.
That, you know,
going all you're going to be in so many states like that you've never been in.
Never been to Nevada, never been to
New York.
Well, I've been to California, but I've never been to New York.
New York, Massachusetts.
Yeah, so it's going to be
Jersey.
Yeah, you know all the dates. Burrill has the best memory.
It's what it's kind of the job. You know,
I also think it's 39 shows, but.
Yeah,
Burrill also knows every amount of merch we sold at every place we've been to. You know,
it's part of the job. Like, you know, I don't got the brain tumor.
yeah, like me.
Yeah, what'd you think of?
What did I do with that vape stick?
I don't know what the hell you did with your vape stick.
Well, goddamn, I just had it.
So I found this video on my phone the other day. Speaking of this, is when we were going up to Kentucky on a road trip, me and you. Yeah. And you're literally.
When we went and hung out with Peeve and Nolan.
Yeah, we were at a
what a shit show that was.
When was this?
Like 2017, 2018, probably.
Yeah.
We were at a red light.
Before COVID.
Yes, before COVID. We were at a red light, and you're literally standing, like, basically in the middle of the street, opening my door, like, looking for your vape in the car, like, at a red light. I was like, well, this is...
You wouldn't let me vape in your car. I remember we weren't really that close then.
Yeah, that was before I was a pothead. So.
Yeah, vaping wasn't really acceptable then.
Right.
By the way, I'm sober. I made Bonner a pothead.
Yes, that is accurate.
I told him that he should start smoking pot.
You're the one who got him to start smoking.
I was like, probably like, I wasn't at least like 23 or 24 before I started.
I mean, don't you think it's the best thing you've ever done?
For sure. It definitely like calms me down and like makes me like stress less.
What were you like before that?
Oh, dude, I was like a fucking train wreck. I mean, I'm still a train wreck.
I'm not taking responsibility here, but I'm just going to say, since I've known Bonner, I just like believe that everybody should be authentically themselves and like own that. You know what I mean? Because that's how I am. Bonner has become that. You know what I mean? Like he's like settled into who he is as a person. As long as he's a completely different person, and it's for the better. Like he's crushing it.
For sure. Well, thank you for all the support and
of course, man. I mean, anytime, we're friends. That's the coolest thing about, what we do for a living is
our whole camp's like a family.
Yeah, we're all
very much is.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's the thing I love. I've heard horror stories of like artists, like being like artists and like being dicks to people and things like that. And that just ain't me. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I might not help with load in anymore, but
yeah,
kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal not doing load out. But like, if y'all need my help, I'll do it. Gladly. I feel like if I'm being too ridiculous or too much of a diva, y'all easily call me out, and I have no problem with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what I like about, our relationship. So
for sure,
pretty
absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, man. What's it been like going back to the or actually things that you do when you're not touring? Because you do a good job of posting shit on social media.
All I do is fish.
See, yeah, it's all pretty much seems like it's it. Like that's what you do.
That's
like
literally all he does.
20 degrees, you fish, or you go somewhere exotic and fish with Sweet Boy.
I usually go back to Alabama. I feel like all the lakes in Nashville are overfished.
I agree with that.
I bought some waders, and my buddy took me wading in the creek. But like, I don't want to wade by myself. Like do creek fishing. But dude, I caught smallmouth bass for the first time last year, and doing creeks, that's freaking awesome. But I usually just go back to Alabama, stop at Bass Pro, spend anywhere from $800 to $2,000, and then just go fishing,
We fished that sod, I sat there, but you fished that sod farm that one day we went. That was
dude, that was a
cool.
blast with Jasper Charles, and Alex Kendrick, and
Gavin.
What was the other?
Gavin Green, yeah, that was
Gavin
fun.
Green, man, that was a good ass time, Even the fish that I didn't catch,
There's some big motherfuckers in there. Yeah, there's some big ass fish in there.
Yeah.
How big were those fish? Like 4 or 5 pounds?
That one that he caught, I don't think we posted that picture yet.
I got
Gavin caught it was like 4 pounds.
I'll post your picture with it.
Yeah, I took a picture with it. Content's king, baby,
For sure.
My buddy Patrick McCarty that I go fishing with a lot down in Alabama, when we catch fish, we both take pictures with it, because like I might post it again, and
Right.
I mean, you're lying if you're saying you don't ever do that. That's all I got to say.
Are you one of those guys? Did you ever have Tinder? Were you ever on one of those dating app things? Because everybody, I always see people rip on it. For me, I think I actually have one on there now because I'm like, fuck it. Everybody talks about it. People posting pictures of their fish. Because there's all those things on like TikTok or Instagram where it's like, that's a nice, like girls rating pictures of guys' fish.
Yeah.
Like how many pictures would you put of your fish? I feel like that's like the country boy dating.
I put a lot
thing.
because that's like all I have, and like if I had my shirt off, like show the dad bod off,
How many pictures can you put on these apps? I'm scared of
like
dating
10?
apps, so I've never used one.
You've never used one?
Yeah, like when I met Bonner, he wouldn't even have Venmo.
Hey, grab your phone. Let's make you a profile right now.
Absolutely not.
Why not? What are you scared of?
I just doesn't feel organic.
Just say you're 6'5".
I could do that.
Catfish
It
people with you,
doesn't,
Bonner. Let's go.
Oh, let's talk about the kind of women Bonner is. What are you into now?
I don't know.
For a while, Bonner was into
I was
women
like-
that were like taller than him.
I mean, I'm still into tall women,
There's
but
something sexy about climbing a tree. You can't really do that.
I'm
but,
into
like,
all women now. But
Yeah, Bonner usually likes women that are bigger than him.
you would like Hinge. It's like Tinder, but kind of classy.
I just doesn't feel like I don't like the power that social media dating gives people.
Like you're not a chubby chaser, but if a woman's taller than you, it's all good.
Yeah. I'm
How tall are
definitely
you?
5'4" and 3/4.
Yeah. So he's 5'4".
See, like you can watch like if you support like it has like all the stuff.
Yeah. It just
This
feels
girl's
like,
from England.
It just feels like too much power for me.
But the thing is, with some of the apps, the girls have to reach out first.
Yeah, it just feels like too much power. I just don't like it just feels superficial.
Superficial.
So then I just go on one date a year and then complain.
I've been on like 4 Bumble dates, like 4 of these kind of like app dates.
Did
in
it
my
go
life.
well?
The first one I ever went on, I just moved to Nashville, and I was so stoked. I was like, yeah, I'm finally going to get some girl here in Nashville that I'm not meeting at a bar, like all that. So I matched with her, and I didn't know about like the different like Christian colleges here in Nashville. Like I knew that we had some here, but like I didn't know like what Lipscomb was and what that was connected to, and Tribeca, the Nazarene, and Belmont, and all that. And later learned like maybe hanging out with a girl that goes to one of those like ultra Christian ones coming from New York, and the mouth that I have and the habits that I have probably wouldn't be the best match. But I matched with this girl. I think her name was Olivia. And I matched with her on Bumble and was like, hey, let's meet on Broadway. So I didn't know that Lipscomb people like can't drink when they go to Lipscomb. But she met me at a bar or whatever. I bought her a beer. It didn't seem like a big deal. Took her to a writer's round that my buddies were playing at Big Machine Distillery. And I pulled out my pen because we were all hitting that. Then she saw that, and then she had a friend call her, like one of those like 911 calls or whatever.
Yeah.
She told me that her like friend just got hurt. She had to rush to the hospital. I had no idea I was oblivious. So I walked her to her car at the parking garage, tried to like give her a kiss goodbye because like we've been talking on this Bumble Snapchat thing for like a minute.
Jeez, bro.
And then within
social cues.
bro, I had
man.
no fucking
Pick up on
I had
them.
no clue. And then
Oh, no.
and then I went to like text her later, and it was like everything was blocked. She deleted me on everything. Everything was blocked. That was my first experience with Bumble.
I don't know if I would have told that story.
This is great.
No. But like that was my first one. But like you learn and you get better.
No,
you know?
sir, I
I
can't do
have
it.
a few experiences with that. I have 3 that I can think of. One of them I won't tell on here, but so I was married for 6 years. I was married for 5. We were together for 7. And I got married when I was like 22 or 23. So like
Alabama shit.
Bring
by spring.
You get married, you get a 401k. And
Born here, live here,
that's
die
it.
here.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, when I was before that, it was dating websites. It was before
Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of Fish.
Christian Mingle.
Singles Life or something.
Match.com.
I had a girlfriend off of there one time. That ended badly.
Long
But anyway,
list.
so I got divorced, and then I downloaded all the dating apps, and I'll never forget Justin Holt was playing at Zydeco, and I met this girl on Tinder, and I walked up there, I was like, dude, this girl on Tinder's gonna meet me up here. She's pretty hot. Like, look at these pictures, and she walks in, and I'm totally catfished.
Oh no,
I've been there too.
Neve and Max MTV.
And I'm just like, whatever. She's all right, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you want a drink? And she's like, yeah, I'll take a shot of Jaeger. And it's like me, Jimmy, Darby's there, and Sarah's there, and anyways, make a long story short, I give her the shot of Jaeger. She goes to drink it and just pours it down the side of her face.
Oh no.
Yeah. And everybody's looking at me like, God, this is hilarious.
So was she already drunk?
Yeah.
Oh,
she was
no.
just like blackout.
Oh, no.
And I'm totally catfished. And I go in the bathroom and she sends me a text while I'm in the bathroom. And she said, and Justin's in the bathroom too. And I was just like, yeah, dude, I'm out of here. I'm not doing this. She sent me a text and she was like, I can't tell if you're into me or not. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not. I'm out. I'm sorry. And then so I leave and she like texts me like 5 minutes later. She's like, where are you? And I was like, I left. She was like, you left? And I was like, yeah, I said I'm out. I'm not into this.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So there was that experience. And then when I first moved to Nashville, this is great.
Which is 2019, correct?
Finger jam. I mean, whiskey jam.
Yes.
Finger jam. Jesus Christ.
Finger jam.
We do love
Me and my
Ward.
friend
Love
Kyle,
you,
me
Ward.
and my friend Kyle Coolahan, we call it the finger jam because, it's like, if you just moved to town or like want to go critter crawling, go to the whiskey jam,
Yeah.
Which, I mean, whiskey jam's a great thing. Ward's awesome. And, the way they support artists is great. But, it's just like everybody's there, type thing. But anyway, so I go up to Whiskey Jam, and I mean, like, I think every time I've ever gotten on Bumble, and it goes back to my theory that girls want to date, all guys want to bang in Nashville. That's why the Nashville dating scene sucks. I'd been on Bumble earlier that day, just not even looking, just swiping right.
You swipe until it tells you you can't.
Well, like I
Sometimes
matched
you
with
pay
this girl, and this girl came up to me. She was like, "Are you Trey?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "We matched on Bumble." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Whatever, the night went on, and like I saw her not towards the end of the night, but later on in the night, I walked up. She was talking to somebody. I walked up to her. I was like, "Hey, me and your friend matched on Bumble," just like trying to make a joke. She was like, "Yeah, me and her matched on Bumble too." The girl she was talking to. And I was like, "Oh, cool. Well, I'll just go fuck myself over here, like whatever." Well, she told me that she met her on Bumble BFF, which is like
You can like network on
you can
That's the
you
thing,
can network,
too. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you can like meet people. But I didn't know that, so when I was like, all right, well, I'll just go fuck myself over here. I left because rejection doesn't feel good, right, Burrill?
No, it does not.
And
Shit.
and she like sent me this big long DMs like, "You're a fucking asshole," like all this shit. And I was like, damn, I didn't even know what I did. I was like, I didn't know Bumble BFF was a thing. I'm sorry, whatever. I can't remember that girl's name, but I know she used to work at Tin Roof, and like I run into her every now and then. It's just like it's just a weird thing.
That's what's
it's
hard
just
about-
like one of those.
That's the worst part.
I had so many of those like moments like early in it when I first moved up here, like hitting on women when you're on the road and like when you're critter crawling, it's all like just like such a like a game, I feel like. And I just feel like when I first moved to town, like I struck out so many times, and some people just thought I was like a straight weirdo, so it just like took me some time to kind of like figure out how to like, I don't know. After my marriage and like dating, the whole thing was weird.
Yeah, getting
And,
married young definitely makes your 20s a little interesting.
dude, I'm just not a fan of the dating,
Yeah, I agree. It's
the
just a lot
dating
of pressure.
I'm just not dating, but I'm just not a fan of like the dating like apps.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely.
And
afraid.
especially not now. You know what I mean? Like
I feel like you don't really need them as much in Nashville either. 'Cause
people
you
will be
bump
like,
into so
"Is
many
this
girls."
really Trey Lewis? No way."
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm just like, that's just not my thing. Like, I don't like when people hit on me because, you know what I mean? Like, I like to be with somebody that's like actually interested in getting to like know me
For sure.
as who I am as a
Authentic,
person, not just
genuine.
like this Trey Lewis, like country singer.
Right.
Even though that's part of who I am, it's
For
like,
sure.
there's more there, like, let's talk about fishing. Let's talk about like shit I'm into, mental health, or like,
For sure.
like actually have a real life conversation.
Be able
about,
be able to
like,
take
stuff.
your humor too.
Yeah. And be able to take my humor.
Yeah.
And,
Dish it back a little
my
bit.
inappropriateness and all that stuff.
For sure. And I know, like, once we get off the road, like, you
It's
don't
just
wanna
like
think
you
about
can
it,
tell really fast people that are genuine and not genuine. I feel like I'm a genuine person, so like
For sure.
And that's the kind of people I surround myself with.
Yeah, we try to be. We try to be. Where do you think is like one of the better spots to take a girl on a date here in Nashville? Because for me, it's weird because it's like I'm so into like the music scene out here. We all are. Or like Live Oak's a cool spot, but do I want to bring a girl on a date there?
Yeah.
Or do you want to take them to like East Nashville or somewhere that's like a spot where you're not going to run into people?
Just put it this way: anywhere I would take a girl on a date in Nashville is a place that I went to with my ex-girlfriend because like we actually went on dates and stuff.
So you know what you're going into.
Like, there's Eddie V's, the steak and seafood restaurant. If it's like
that's a
like,
big
That's
budget.
that's at least like second date.
Yeah, well, I'm rich, Burrill, so it's all good.
God damn it.
But I love that food, and it's like even if I don't like the date, you know what I mean. I
At least
know I'm
you
gonna
get
eat
full.
some good food,
That's funny.
But I mean, I don't know, man. I really enjoy like somewhere where you can talk quietly and it's like not loud, but I also enjoy like going on a date where you're like hanging out with friends and it's fun,
Yeah. That's why I said this year I'm like first date's always going to be disc golf because
I mean, the best kind of date is where you're like comfortable with somebody. And
For sure.
Netflix and chill,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
It's just hard to get them over at the first date.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like going to different spots like the exotic food places, like that poke place that I went to with you in Kepsi.
Oh, that's just poke.
Yeah, it's just poke.
But that's a different kind of spot. Like somewhere that's like outside. Like you bring a girl to Whiskey Jam your first date. Because the other thing too that I've done, because I have tried that.
I mean, you bring a girl to Whiskey Jam, she might leave with another dude.
That's
But for
accurate.
me, it's and this is something you run into and you run into.
We got any waters in there, Mcilwain or Sacco?
Christ, because like something that I've
Just kidding.
something that I've run into a lot, especially over like the last like 6 months or so, is like you go out and you bump into
Thanks,
people
brother.
and you got to do the.
Did you get that
Oh.
catch on camera? Damn, that was good.
Like, this is my friend. Blank.
Star athlete
Yeah,
here.
you got to do like the not so like with a person that comes up and says, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?" But it's like you're trying to have the time date. Like
I'm
going
trying
on
to
a date
mac
with
it,
You're trying to talk to this girl, but you got XYZ coming up saying, "Hey man, hey man this, hey man that." And you run into it probably more than I do when
You're
you're
like,
out.
I'm trying to show you my egg roll by the end of the night.
Jesus Christ. But like going to those places where you're gonna bump into other music people,
Yeah.
like I wouldn't advise that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
No, I agree.
What's been some of your what's like your worst dating fear?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just at the point now where like I love my alone time. So like
Getting old.
if it don't work out, I'm just like screw it. I just don't care anymore, man.
Yeah, I go
don't-
through phases.
Yeah, I just don't care anymore. Like, I think I like being alone. Lonely sucks, but being alone's fine with me.
Right.
There's a difference.
There's a huge difference. I think that sometimes it's good to have that alone time, but like sometimes you just kind of like get down on your luck. You're like, fuck, I'm lonely. You know?
Yeah.
That's happened to me before.
I've been trying to like find hobbies to like, not, to like enjoy time with myself.
Yeah. I just got an Oculus. Porn on that thing's amazing.
That's a real thing?
What's the
That's a real
Oculus?
thing?
Oh, is that the virtual reality
Yeah, the
thing?
virtual reality.
How does that work? Like, do you Google it or do you download
Is
it?
your
Do you pay
phone-
for
just
it?
your phone-
Pornhub or like whatever.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Yeah, but dude, I got like
Pull it up.
I got
sir.
like I got video games
Yeah.
like on that
That's
thing.
cool.
Not
It's like-
just porn.
it's like-
That was more of like a joke. But
Yeah. That's like, it's like the Wii kind of.
yeah, dude, but it's awesome. You like wear the headset.
So
I
you're
did
like-
a workout thing on there the other day. I'm doing this thing called 75 Hard. Priscilla Block is doing it, and I was like, Mcilwain filled in on or like Cajon for her with a gig, and then like she's been posting it on TikTok every day, and like I just saw that where'd y'all play? New Orleans? Yeah, Lafayette, and like she got up that morning. Like it's like one exercise outside and one inside. 2 45-minute exercises. Drink a gallon of water. Read 10 pages of a book. So like every day for 75
What's the
days.
diet part of that? Because I think
Well,
I
it's
could
just
do-
like you just follow a diet. It's not like there's no like set.
What are you
diet.
reading?
Well,
Because I'm reading, so I'm just curious.
I'm only my third day in, so probably by the next podcast we film, I'll be off the rails again and getting gain all the weight back that I lose because
You're
that's
looking slim thick.
yeah. I'm working on it. I'm not even fat anymore. But what'd you ask? What was the
But
question?
you can't eat like fast food and stuff on there, right?
No.
Damn.
Like
No
what
Taco Bell.
what specific diet are you following? Are you trying to be more protein
following-
based?
I'm just 3 meals a day, nothing in between.
But like what kind of shit are you
I
eating?
do like a protein shake in the morning
You still on the green bean
with whey
train?
protein, and then I do like a meat and veggies for lunch.
That air fryer.
For
Your
lunch
steak
and
looked
dinner.
great
Yeah, I
last
bought this
night.
badass air fryer at Costco. So
You
I've just been doing that. But anyways, I saw that Priscilla woke up early in the morning, went for her walk, came in, ate her breakfast, then went to Planet Fitness, and then came home, showered, got on an airplane, flew down to Lafayette, played her show, and then went to sleep and then flew back. And I was just like, damn, that's dedication right there. But like, all I'm saying is like, she's doing the same. Like, I've used that excuse so many times where it's so hard to do with tour life. But the truth is that you just got to do it.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I mean? Like once you get, it's like this morning I got up, the last thing I wanted to do was go outside in the freezing cold and walk. But as soon as I like got out there and I was 20 minutes into it, I was like, okay, cool. I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm knocking it off. It's like a checklist. Also started journaling, and that's helping a lot too.
I did that. I did like 100 days where I journaled like 1 page every day, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I can't wait to pull the bandwagon over on the side of the road because you're like, oh, Burrill, look, there's a track over there. I can go walk for 45 minutes and then take the rest of the guys to go to lunch or a music store or something.
I'm just trying to get the dad bod back.
We were working out for a while on the road.
Yeah, we can do. I have a Planet Fitness.
I'm trying to get the dad bod back for the Kid Rock tour. Right now I'm just like complete total fat ass. But if I can just get the dad,
you
bod.
were
like
doing
the goal
good.
is for me is to like look decent with my clothes on. Like
Yeah.
I'm
cares about
I'm
you
never
with your
gonna
clothes?
look good with my clothes off. But as long as the lights are out, we're all good. Sex tank for a fuel machine. Or, yeah,
Fuel
what is
tank
it?
for a sex
fuel
machine?
tank for a sex machine.
Yeah,
there we go.
you're looking like
Sorry.
a gas can
Brain
over there.
tumor. I'm tired.
Bonner, how many pounds of muscle mass are you up now?
I don't know. I was 140 January of last year, and I'm 162 right now.
Let's go.
And I don't know if I can get to 180 or if that's healthy, but I mean, I'm eating like
See, I've gained a bit too. It's in the wrong spot. I'm getting to the dad bod, and I have the beer gut without drinking the beer,
damn.
which is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
I just turned being 27 now. It's like you're getting older. The body starts slowing, but like you said, I got no excuse.
You
I
got a
can
Planet
easily
Fitness
go to-
membership so you can work out.
Yeah.
this
I have a
weekend.
Planet Fitness membership, but I don't like going to the gym. Like when I first moved to town, we had a badass one in my apartment that I was living
Oh, really?
in, and nobody was ever in it. So like you could just go and work out by yourself and just hammer away. And it's like going into these like gyms where there's a shit ton of people.
That might
It's
be
like,
where you meet your next girlfriend, honestly.
Oh boy, I don't think I need another girlfriend. I think we need a time.
Yeah,
need a little break
Burrill
from that.
Burrill had a girlfriend and she didn't even know it.
Jesus fuck. Oh man.
Yeah, so you want to play something? Hell no, I don't want to play anything. Anyways, I'm referencing to a In the Round podcast that Burrill did with Terry. So y'all go check that out. Burrill's podcast. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that we're doing now in this studio too.
Yeah.
Oh, so let's talk about this studio. So what do you think of the space?
Man, I think it's great. Alex kept hitting me up. He's like, I'm gonna buy this. And I was like, just buy it. I'm tired of hearing about it. And dude, honestly, I'm really blown away, man. This looks really good. The guitars and stuff in here. We don't have any sponsors yet, so if you ever want to sponsor us, I guess just hit up slide into the DMs.
I'll make sure and respond.
Trey
We'll make
Bonder will
sure
respond.
to get some sponsors going.
But-
All this
but-
shit was real expensive, so
Yeah, it wasn't cheap.
We're letting Burrill use it for free, so I don't know what we're doing.
What do you think of the wall decor?
Man, I think it's great.
What do you think of?
But dude, let's talk about that Carhartt thing. I mean,
I think badass.
It's cool, but like I'm talking about. Have you heard about this?
Oh yeah, dude, I've been wearing card every day, but I'm vaxxed and waxed, so I'm
You're
good.
vaxxed. I'm half vaxxed. Ready
Yeah.
to talk politics. Burrill's unvaccinated.
I still support Carhartt, and I wear it every single day.
Yeah, dude. I mean, but I mean, it's like you're vaccinated because your job. You
Yeah,
know what
I
I mean, that's your
didn't have a
livelihood.
choice.
That's
Yeah.
what you had to do. Like, I feel like that's what they had to do.
For sure.
to protect their
Yeah,
business.
I'm really out of the loop on that. I think you guys had filled me in yesterday.
I had on my job, I had till July 31st to get
Yeah.
vaccinated. So I obviously got vaccinated because
Yeah.
need health insurance and a stable income. But I think they gave them, I'm not sure like the the guidelines or anything, but I think they're enforcing vaccinations as well.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's whatever, man. I'm not trying to, this ain't no political podcast.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Let's play.
Moving on.
Let's play. Price is Right. So,
Yeah.
this. What do you think? What do you think on here?
You already told me y'all spent $300 of my dollars on that thing.
On that thing.
Yeah.
How much? Oh, let's go down the list. Charlie Daniels. Picture.
$25.
I think it was closer to like 65 or
It was
70.
65.
65.
I think it was 90, and Alex got him down to 60.
Yeah, Alex haggled
He
a little bit.
bargained. He watched American Pickers before.
Bama Roll Tide right here behind me.
Bama Roll Tide. That's like off brand. That had to be like $1, $5. What do you think?
I have no idea how much that one cost.
Doesn't even
Pulled
look.
up.
It's not even crimson red.
Think it was like $25.
It's not even crimson red. Looks
How
like
much do you think this guy was?
Oh, that's probably 150, something like that.
It was a little more.
500.
Nah, less than that. I think it was like 350
Jeez,
or like
man.
200, something like that. Now the key of it all,
All right, we're taking people's cards away from them now.
the Shoney sign.
Shoney's. I don't know, but it's badass. Who cares? How much was it?
It's first off, it's a form of currency now.
We now use it. So that is a fraction of the Shoney sign.
That's a half a Shoney sign.
That's a half a Shoney sign.
150.
No, this is a half a Shoney sign.
What do you mean?
So if that's $300, that is.
Math here, Trey.
Oh, $600.
Well, you got him down. From
Y'all are
Florida.
fucking with me right now. Y'all have got to be fucking with me. Why did we spend that much money? I don't care. Whatever. That's ridiculous, though. I mean, it is. I mean, how much was that light right there? You know what I mean?
No, the light
was cheaper than the
we're
Shoney
talking
sign.
about the wall decor. This equipment is all great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the light was cheaper than Sony sign, I'm sure.
Yeah, the light was cheaper than the Shoney sign.
Everything is. In
Everything's cheaper than the Shoney sign.
Even the furniture.
Well, it's the
Well, I don't
centerpiece.
know. I don't know anything about antique shit. I mean, hell, when I moved in August, I didn't even move. So, like,
Yeah, I moved you.
yeah, you moved.
I moved you. Me and
Yeah, I
Kev-
did.
me and
All
Kev-
those steps, you asshole.
I don't
Me and
even know
Kev-
your address.
No, we didn't
so-
go up the steps. We backed the truck up, and the truck, we had to put like these weight things in front of the tires because every time we climbed in the back of the U-Haul truck, it would slide down the driveway
Are
like
you
an inch.
serious?
Yeah, me and Kepsy and Clay and Mitch were in there
Right.
like tiptoeing.
Sorry, I never
pulling
asked
catches
how
out.
it went.
Yeah, it was quite the
I hate
experience.
moving. Like, I absolutely hate moving.
Me too.
If it costs $3,000 to move my bed, I'd pay for it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So where? Because that move, like that new house. Talk about the house. You don't have to say obviously an address.
So-
but what's the dynamic of your house like?
the house I live in, I live with Ella Langley, which she's kick-ass artist.
Killing it right now too.
She's one of my best friends in the whole world. We have a deal that we'll always live together. Yeah, like even when she marries Clay, or whenever she gets married, or I get married, which will never happen again.
Oh, no.
But even if her and Clay get married, I'll have like a little shack out in the back. And then Matt McKinney, he's the writer of Dick Down in Dallas. He's the one that pitched me the song. And we met in Auburn, like, I don't know, 5 years ago.
Big tallywhacker.
I was changing the words to Big Green Tractor to Take You for a Ride on my Big Tallywhacker.
Yeah.
And he's like, that was funny, man. Then I ran into him at Revival and when I first moved up here, and we've been friends ever since. And then Joy Beth Taylor, she's a incredible songwriter.
Also from Alabama.
Also from Alabama. McKinney's a Georgia fan, so he's just been ripping on me.
Yeah, what's that been like living with a Georgia fan?
I mean, it's been great up until this year, Motherfucker put a Georgia helmet sticker on the back of my car. I drove around on it there with 4 days. I took it off my
license plate.
Yeah, I took it off my car and ripped it up, and he put it back together like a puzzle piece and put it on my car.
What do you have Elmer's glue just chilling? Like,
But
I know
you
this
know
can
what,
happen.
man? I'm glad for Georgia fans. I'm glad for Kirby Smart. Whatever. It's cool. But living in that house is really cool. We all write songs for Sony Music and
Have you had any spur of the moment, like late night, kind of like, hey guys, I got this idea, and you guys end up writing something? Has that
JB and
happened yet?
McKinney do that, but sometimes Ella does it, but me and Ella, are doing the artist thing too. So by the end of the day, we're just like, I just kind of want to lock myself in my room and not do anything, because it's like, JB is the most songwritingest motherfucker.
She's
I've ever seen.
nonstop.
She'll write 3 songs in a day.
She can just go.
She can just
A
go. like
publisher's
that.
dream.
I'm just not like that.
With the Lori McKenna vibe.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Fucking amazing.
And all her, songwriting heroes are, just like, Tony Lane and Travis Meadows and, Laura, just like
heavy hitters.
She's just awesome, man. She's great. She's great.
Sure.
I mean, everybody in the house is talented.
How about
Ella's on tour with Randy Houser right now. And, all last year she was on tour with us here and there. And I'm really excited to see where her career goes. The song she put out earlier this year, what's it called? If You Have To. Hate me if you have to. Anyways, she sent me the demo. It's like every day we get to play a new demo,
That's cool.
It's like who writes the best song, which is never me, but because they're just so talented. But
Damn, I enjoy your songs when you send them over. I'm like, this fucking slaps.
That new one I wrote,
That one's fucking slaps.
my
You
ex
sent
came
it.
over. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that song. But anyways, she played me If You Have To, the demo, dude. Like for like 3 weeks, I listened to it on my way to Music Row every morning on my way back on repeat. I was like, Ellie, you gotta put this on the TikTok. It's gonna blow up. She posted on TikTok at 3 million views in a day or something.
Yeah.
So it's just really cool, man, to just to be in that kind of creative environment all the time and be friends with everybody and watch McKinney's got like 6 cuts this year, and
What's being a dog uncle like to 3 lovely dogs?
That's going to be a fucking shit show.
look, there's only one dog in that house that's really cool, and that's Crew.
His name is Crew, who you've lived with before.
Yeah, I think Crew makes you think you want a dog, and then you get a dog and you find out that it ain't like Crew.
He's a one of a kind.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, man. Herschel's grown on me a little bit, and then JB's dog Shay. She's just a puppy, but
My favorite.
Beagles howl.
do what?
Beagles howl. Does Shay howl?
Yeah, she started paying like, oh.
Dude, she's a 3-bark dog. Yeah,
That's funny.
My favorite thing about
she
Shay.
recently started her period and had to wear
Oh, the
diapers.
diaper. I
and
remember
was
seeing her in the
bleeding it.
diaper. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I remember the when your mom was in town, and your mom's nickname for Shay was the best. She was like, "Get
Satan.
out, get down, Satan."
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I had my gallbladder
That got
removed
dark
this
quick.
year.
Yeah, and she came up. She came up to see
Yeah.
you after that, and she was like,
Yeah.
"Get down, Satan."
Get down. Yeah.
She's a sweet dog, though. She means well. Where's a place you're most excited to go on the Kid Rock tour?
Nevada, the Bunny Ranch.
Bunny Ranch. Yeah.
Y'all remember that on HBO?
The
Bunny
I
Ranch?
wasn't old
Yeah,
enough for that,
I
but I've
do.
heard of it.
Yeah.
Because like
When we go to New York, I want to go to the Bada Bing.
doesn't exist anymore.
Does it?
I actually
They
worked.
don't have a museum or nothing.
So it was based on a club called Satin Dolls on Route 4 in Lodi, New Jersey. And the day that it closed, I actually went to it and did a report on it for one of the stations I was working with.
Damn.
I
And you
was
have a
an intern.
Bada Bing shirt.
I do.
You got the
I do.
bar
have a-
But it's
Store?
not really
Yeah.
called the Bada Bing.
No,
right?
it's called Satin Dolls.
Okay, cool.
But it's not around
For those
anymore.
of you who don't know what the Bada Bing is, it's the strip club on The Sopranos, the
Yeah.
TV show.
So yeah, it starts April
April 9th.
or
Sixth
April
or
6th.
9th?
April 6th. Evansville, Indiana. Omaha, Nebraska, which we've had good times in
Yeah, we've had
Omaha
good
already.
times.
Nebraska's
Yeah.
been
Remember
good to
we played
us.
in a fucking car dealership?
The Bentley dealership? That was fun. Me and Priscilla wore the same color.
Yeah,
She wore that
Priscilla
pink-
opened the show.
Tornado.
pink shorts on.
Yeah.
That was a good
Barnado.
time. Then Minneapolis, shout out Wild Greg.
Wow, Greg.
Did you see he was on Fox News the other day?
Yeah, I saw that.
Bro, lawsuit.
He
Yeah.
looked good.
He did look
I got
good.
my No Fucks Nation pack for
Yeah.
this week.
He's got what were you saying? The fresh wax.
Well, I think
What
Wild
you said?
Greg is more excited than anybody in this camp about the Kid Rock tour.
Hell yeah.
He's been blowing me up
Yeah.
about that.
Absolutely.
And then we got Columbus, Ohio, and Grand Rapids, Michigan. I don't think you've done a show in Michigan
No.
before. Which Grand Rapids.
One of
is a
my
cool
ex
city.
girlfriends is from Grand Rapids, so that'll be
no.
cool. I've never
Yep.
been there.
Then you've got Panama City, which is always good to us.
We've
PCB,
had fun
you and
there.
me
Yep,
at the
Always
beach.
good to us. And you were talking about a little songwriter thing you got going that first week in May. Then Louisville.
Key West,
yep,
baby.
Key West Songwriters Festival. That's going to
Yeah.
be fun. Louisville, Kentucky, and then Nashville. Which I don't know if it's at Bridgestone or if it's at.
I think it's at
Ascend.
Bridgestone.
If it's at Bridge, that's gonna be crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
be nuts. It's
what
gonna
the-
be insane.
Like what the fuck? There's all these different.
I
Places.
mean, I'm looking forward to it, dude. I don't think I'm like like ecstatic about going to like one place that I've never been to. I'm just excited
experience.
that Kid Rock or whoever in his team thought it was cool enough for like to put me on the show, and that we're getting the opportunity that
all
we're due.
the people they could have brought out. They're like, we want Trey Lewis,
and and that we're gonna have a whole new audience to engage with, and I'm all, and y'all know this because y'all work in my camp, but I'm all about engaging with the fans of whatever it takes. If that means after the show I'm at the merch booth until that bitch closes down, shaking hands.
Or before the show we're going around
before the show,
tailgates.
making Alex shotgun beers with the crowd because I can't,
because I can't,
and you can't. So
yeah, Bonner drinks the White
I
Claw.
drink White Claw.
Making Bonner do acid with the fans, whoever.
My mom's gonna watch this.
Yeah.
But what's cool too is all these different cities that you've been to, and you, Matt, Terry, Mitch, Bonner going out on the road with you guys in the early days.
Yeah.
You guys have busted your ass like Charlotte and Raleigh and Atlanta and different places where you guys have gone to, and now going into the arenas and the amphitheaters for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna
be really cool. And there's a bunch of headlining stuff we haven't announced.
It's still unreal to me. So it's like, I will say this. I feel like a lot in the last year and a half. I didn't take a lot of time enjoying the moment
because it was going so fast.
And I know when we did the Morgan Wallen show in Auburn, I remember being on stage, and I remember not enjoying the moment. I just remember being like, I hope I get to do this again. You know what I mean? Mm. But like now that I've had some of those bigger opportunities and I've done those things, and now that I have another opportunity, I'm just gonna make like when we played in Birmingham, Iron City, which is a venue that I've opened for John Party there. I've opened for Chris Jansen, like so many artists there through, as a young Trey Lewis. When I played that show, when we headlined it, I enjoyed every moment of it. They were videoing it, but I wasn't worried about that. I was just in the moment, looking out in the crowd, seeing familiar faces. And that's my main focus for the Kid Rock tour. And, just this year is just to enjoy every moment that, that happens.
Live in the moment.
Yeah. live in the moment and just soak it all in,
Yeah, man. And what are you most excited about for this podcast? Start with you, Bonner. Like, what are you most excited about us doing this thing?
I think really just being able to like another creative outlet to like work together and have our friends on or other guests that we really are excited to know about and kind of be outside of the box as far as like podcasts go versus what's already out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited for. I mean, podcasting is obviously something I've got some experience with, but I've never been able to
master.
do it. Well, I'm not the master.
He's the master.
I've never done it.
I mean, honestly, dude, I don't even know why you still work here. For real.
I'm questioning it too. But we're getting to collaborate with you and TB and the Mcilwain, the whole crew, Alex, Sacco, like everybody. It's really cool, and to be able to do it with a personality like yourself, and like Bonner, like again the authentic, genuine. It's different than anything I've done before, and the guests that we're gonna have on. I'm super stoked, and I'm super stoked to see who the listeners want us to have on.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about it too, man. Like, I just in the last little bit, I've done quite a few podcasts, and I know I've seen different people. Like I was on Bunny's podcast a few weeks ago, and her setup's like really, really nice, and like I've done them on Zoom calls, and I've done them in a cigar bar, like
Kenzie's was awesome.
And
Kenzie's setup was really cool.
Kenzie's setup was super awesome.
Yeah, I want to get her on here.
I Love You So Much podcast.
Yeah, she's awesome.
That was great. In Dallas.
Yes.
Which I told her we were coming to Dallas. So
she'll be there.
She was like, I'll be there. Can't wait. And then like I went to I wasn't on Theo Vaughn's podcast, but I did that Christmas special with him.
You were featured in the live stream.
Chelsea and all them and like, but like he showed me his setup and it was like really cool. So like, I don't know, man. It's just cool to like, I got my own thing, you know what I mean? And it's just going to be another way to interact with fans. And it's cool. And we're going to have tons of content and, no telling all the funny stuff that's going to happen out of this, It's like, I don't know, man. It's just really a blessing to like get paid to be myself.
Yeah. Basically
like
what you do.
I'm making a living just getting to be my 100% authentically myself, and
For sure.
And I mean, Bonner's known me forever, and you've known me for, you knew me before any of this. I remember the first podcast I ever did was probably In the Round.
Yeah, right after.
I was still talking about wanting to eventually one day play original music, on the very first one.
Yeah, you were talking about how you had just played a sorority gig, I think, with Mcilwain, with that whole crew down in Starkville.
Yeah, so I think that it's just it's cool that, where things have gone, and now we're going to have this to kind of document where things go after this,
For sure.
But it's this is another way for us to just, continue to build the brand and continue to interact with the fans, man. It's going to be awesome.
Man. Well, episode 1, we made it.
Episode 1, we made it. We did it.
Where can people go to follow you, find you?
Yeah, so what do we got? DM Monday
podcast on all socials.
All socials. And then my personal is Trey Lewis Music.
Yep.
If you send nudes, not only I will see them, Bonner will see them.
They will get forwarded to me.
Our team assembly will see them. My manager will see them.
Please.
So, just be mindful of that.
When be respectful.
When you send me crazy stuff, I'm not the only person seeing it, and I might not be the only person responding, but I try to.
Tall Trey, small Trey.
Yeah. Just add Trey Bonner on Snapchat and send him whatever you want.
No.
What's
I don't give out my Snapchat anymore.
I've already added. I'm maxed out on the friends. So.
Are you?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could max out on Snapchat friends.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, do you remember that Lavish kid? He was at the Mud Bog.
Oh, yeah. Mud Bog.
He put me on a Snapchat story, and just all these kids added me. So, I just have a bunch of critters and, whatever and whatnot on there. So,
mud crickets.
Mud crickets.
Oh, no.
But anyway, so, how I'll put something on TikTok, like a song. The first place I ever share it is on Snapchat, because there's, so many people on there that actually, wondering what I'm doing,
For
so
sure.
It's cool to add on there. Maybe I should get Priscilla has a Snapchat where anybody can see it.
Yeah,
because she's a real celebrity. I'm only semi-famous.
Or you can follow the page.
Yeah. So maybe we can figure that out. Maybe you can.
I'll work on it tomorrow.
Yeah, work on it tomorrow. Get it started. Don't get it done, you might be fired by Monday.
It's possible. This is it, guys.
All right, last question before we go. Do you wipe sitting or standing?
Standing. There's no other way.
I do it sitting.
I do it sitting. Sometimes I do it standing if it's a really, no pun intended, shitty, we're at a Horrible Loves in bumfuck Mississippi or something. Or at a Sitco in some random spot and it's a questionable toilet situation. I'll hover and be kind of standing, but usually I'm sitting.
Yeah.
I'm already low enough to the ground.
I'm always
You
sitting.
are.
There's no difference.
I have really small balls, so there's nothing to really worry about.
I guess. Yeah, I guess
both
so.
of my balls are probably the size of one of your testicles. Sorry, we're talking about my testicles now. Okay. I don't even know if we want this on the internet or not, and Sacco might take this out.
Pornhub subscription.
But every time I go to when I'm talking to a girl, and then I know that it's it's on a DM Monday. I talked about having small balls.
You were in the hot tub smoking a cigar.
Yeah. But it's every time I go to get ready, it's we're making out, she's going down there. Oh, by the way, I'm just letting you know I have small balls,
Give him a heads up?
Yeah, just kind of give him a heads up. Or I make it come up in conversation nonchalantly.
It's casual.
But all girls have told me that's cool. Balls are gross anyways, So.
Well, that's nice of them.
But maybe that's just nice. But even after I've had a breakup, or a bad breakup or anything like that, a girl's not get out with your small testicles. Nobody's ever hated on me for having small balls.
Balls aren't titties.
I'd rather have small balls than a small dick. You know?
That's fair.
That is.
And I'm not saying
true.
my dick's huge. I'm just saying it.
It's a good
definitely
average.
Ain't small.
Yeah,
it ain't a surfboard. It's a boogie board.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right, guess that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
We made it.
Well, there was a few more things on
you
here.
want to wrap
We
it?
could always save it.
Isn't there a critter listener of the week that gets something? Aren't we doing a merch giveaway, or are we saving that?
I think we could save it.
We can let them know if we get
a Matt Burrill worn crop top.
Yeah. For all we know, Randy is the only person that's ever going to listen to this podcast.
It's possible.
Love you,
we love
Randy.
Randy. Randy Adams.
While he's running
Randy Adams,
while he's practicing
our boy.
for his marathons.
Yeah, Randy's great.
taking his kids to school.
Community. Thank you for listening to my podcast, DM Monday. Be sure to rate, subscribe, tell a friend, and we'll see y'all soon. Peace out.
I'm single like a middle finger up in the sky. That middle finger telling her to kiss my ass goodbye. I'm single like a middle finger up in the sky. That middle finger telling her to kiss my ass goodbye.